Episode 71, Hyperliquid, the DEX that entered the top 10 in May 2026, a cryptocurrency that most people had never heard of quietly climbed into the top 10 largest cryptocurrencies in the world. It did not do it through celebrity endorsements. It did not do it through billions in venture capital funding. It did it by building something traders actually wanted to use and letting the numbers speak for themselves. Welcome to Crypto for Beginners. I'm Robin. Today we're looking at Hyperliquid, the decentralized exchange that came out of nowhere and is now being talked about in the same breath as Ethereum and Solana. Let's start with the basics. What is Hyperliquid? Hyperliquid is a decentralized exchange, often shortened to DEX. That means it is a platform where you can trade cryptocurrencies without going through a centralized company like Binance or Coinbase. There is no company holding your funds. There is no account to create with your passport. You connect your crypto wallet and trade directly. But what makes Hyperliquid different from other decentralized exchanges is what it specializes in: perpetual futures trading. Perpetual futures are a type of financial contract that lets you bet on the price of an asset, going up or going down, without actually owning that asset. If you think Bitcoin is going to rise, you open a long position. If you think it is going to fall, you open a short position. These contracts have no expiry date, which is why they are called perpetual. This type of trading is hugely popular in crypto. It is also the type of trading that, until recently, was almost entirely dominated by centralized exchanges. Hyperliquid changed that. The backstory: Hyperliquid was built by a small team of engineers, many of them former Wall Street quantitative traders who understood high-speed financial systems from the inside. They launched quietly, without the usual fanfare of press releases and investor announcements. Instead of raising hundreds of millions from venture capital firms, they funded the project themselves. Instead of spending on marketing, they focused entirely on making the product fast, reliable, and cheap to use. The platform runs on its own custom blockchain called Hypercore, which was built from scratch for one specific purpose: executing trades as fast as possible. We are talking about transaction speeds of around 200 milliseconds. That is faster than you can blink. In late 2024, Hyperliquid launched its native token, Hype, through a free airdrop to early users. No private sale. No allocation to venture capital firms. The community received the tokens. That decision built enormous goodwill and loyalty almost overnight. How it actually works when you trade on Hyperliquid. Your order goes onto a fully on-chain order book. That means every trade, every order, every cancellation is recorded on the blockchain in real time. This is different from many other decentralized exchanges that use automated price calculators instead of a real order book. The result is a trading experience that feels much closer to a professional exchange, with fast execution, tight spreads, and deep liquidity, but without a centralized company in the middle. Hyperliquid also has a second layer called HyperEVM, which allows developers to build their own applications on top of the platform. This turned it from a simple exchange into a broader financial ecosystem. The revenue model is straightforward. Every time someone trades on Hyperliquid, they pay a small fee. 97% of those fees are used to buy Hype tokens on the open market. Those tokens are then permanently removed from circulation, a process called burning. The more the platform is used, the more tokens are burned, and the scarcer Hype becomes. In April 2026 alone, Hyperliquid processed around $190 billion in trading volume. That is not a typo. Why people are talking about it in 2026? By May 2026, Hyperliquid had captured over 6% of the entire global perpetual futures market. It holds over 70% of open interest across all decentralized perpetuals platforms combined. Grayscale, one of the largest crypto asset managers in the world, launched a dedicated Hyperliquid staking ETF, meaning institutional investors can now access it through traditional brokerage accounts. The token itself, Hype, rose 61% in value through the first half of 2026, placing it firmly in the top 15 cryptocurrencies by market capitalization. Perhaps most notably, it got there without venture capital, without a celebrity spokesperson, and without a single major scandal. The risks Hyperliquid is not without risk, and it is important to be clear about that. First, it is a derivatives trading platform. Perpetual futures involve leverage, which means losses can exceed your initial deposit. This is not a platform for beginners to jump into without understanding what they are doing. Second, the platform is currently not available to users in the United States due to regulatory restrictions. This is a significant limitation for one of the largest crypto markets in the world. Third, the UK's Financial Conduct Authority issued a warning in June 2026, flagging Hyperliquid as operating without authorization in the UK. Regulatory pressure is real and evolving. Fourth, while the token has performed well, its value is closely tied to trading volume on the platform. If trading activity slows, which it can during a bear market, the buyback mechanism slows with it, and that affects the token price directly. Finally, like all crypto platforms, Hyperliquid carries smart contract risk. The code could contain vulnerabilities. No platform is completely immune to exploits. The takeaway: Hyperliquid is one of the most interesting stories in crypto right now. A product built without hype that became one of the most used decentralized exchanges in the world by simply being very good at what it does. Whether it can hold that position as competitors grow stronger and as regulators look more closely at decentralized derivatives trading remains to be seen. As always, this episode is purely educational. We are not promoting or endorsing Hyperliquid or any other cryptocurrency. Do your own research before making any financial decisions. If today's episode helped you understand crypto a little better, follow the show on Spotify and leave a rating. It helps more beginners find us. Next time on Crypto for Beginners, what is a crypto wallet? Your keys, your coins. That's next.